At the point when they took the body and passed the wife, she started screaming. And from there, they said we were going to a certain hospital. I didn't know the hospital. At the same time, I didn't want to take the wife there to the hospital. So I can't whine them. They tell her, say, I'm trying to make calls to know where they are. I don't really know where they are. I just try the whine her, make she know. Because she was forcing me. She said if I don't take her to where her husband is, that she's going to jump out of my car. So I was calling some Nollywood women. They go help me hold her now because me, I be man. Not me go they hold woman when they cry. Most times when somebody by man go they console men will they console the man, women will they console the woman, But some of these people finally got to the hospital. Some of the actors or Nollywood people where they call to help me hold the wife. If they come hospital, they go pass me, go do video first. At the end of the day, I was still the one holding this woman until later on, one of her friends called me, Mrs. JMO. She called me and said, what's happening? Is it true? So I had to bring Junior Pope's wife to her house. We got there. The woman joined us in the car and we went back to the hospital again. So I was still with her. They already took the guy to the morgue. He didn't enter inside the mortuary because the mortuary attendant refused and said, if he's going to stay here, he can only stay for only 3 days because he died in the water. So at that moment, Regina Daniel started calling me. Regina Daniel called me and said, where are you guys? What's happening? Is it true? She was just crying and just, So me, I tell her, I say, you hold yourself. Oh, I'm trying to see how I can hold this woman. So if I'm going to tell you where we are, if you are going to come here, you have to, arrange yourself so that it doesn't get worse for the wife. So it was difficult for Regina Daniel, but I directed her to the hospital, St. Joseph Hospital in Asaba. At this time, there was a large crowd, more than 500 persons in the hospital. And so Regina Daniel got there. Regina Daniel she came with her mom and a few other persons. I think they were the first set of people who came and their focus first went to the wife. Every other person won't do video, every other person won't do many, many things where they will post later. I don't have, like I said in the previous video, I don't have videos for all of these things because at that moment, I don't even remember, say, camera did for inside phone, so she was in my car, Regina Daniel and her mom, they were with her, consoling her, crying and praying with her and all of that. So while we were there, everyone, see, we had a larger percentage of illiterates in that hospital at that moment. Graduates when they're not plenty. People will get exposed minds, no plenty. People will be civilized, no plenty. And many people were not what I thought they were rather. Many people were not what I thought they were. Some people know, might not go into all those details, because if I want to talk about those parts, I should say internet will break, but let's just leave it. Let's leave it like that. Because at the end of the day, for this entertainment industry, people they serve God, they very few. Very, very few. That day I felt like it was only me self. Though a few other persons there. While we're there, she now said she wants to see her husband. And her father refused. Some other persons agreed, some refused. Me, I was of the opinion that let her see her husband. At the end of the day, she go still see him. She will see him today. She will see him tomorrow. She will see him next tomorrow. Before he is going to be buried, she will see him. So she was crying and saying that she wants to talk to her husband. If she talks to her husband will wake up. Her husband will listen to her. So finally they agreed. Started walking towards where the husband was. Some Nollywood people intercepted and said, no, she cannot see her husband, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why? Is this some form of tradition? What is your reason? Person husband, make you see your husband body now. At least make she rest, make she agree, say, it don't happen. So they refused. After a while, they said, okay, she can come now. We were going again. They intercepted her again and sent her back. This time around, Regina Daniel's mom was there and all those people. So they held her and said she has to see her husband. As we were approaching, the next thing we heard, Junior Pope is alive. Junior Pope is alive. JP is alive. One stupid boy was the one that started that news. Meanwhile, before then, Honey Michael was saying that he doesn't believe that Junior Pope is dead, that we can do something, we can do this. He was just trying to come up with ideas. He said he doesn't believe JP is dead. Blah, 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 blah. So, said, even before they brought him out of the river, they said they brought one Babalawo that brought him out of the river, that the Babalawo said sun has gone down, so he cannot bring anybody from the river. But because Junior Pope is a celebrity, he will just try and do it so that fishes will not eat his body and all that. So that was why the man brought him out. So Honey Michael was like, this guy is still alive. He believes that this guy is alive. We should try this, try that. So while we're there, one idiot said, Junior Pope is alive. He's alive. His hand was shaking. His body shook. And they saw him. His hand did like this. And the next thing, everyone rushed. This boy, can I get the phone? Let me have a phone. This boy that said that Junior Pope is alive, this boy was not even close to the corpse. Like, he was not close to the body. He was not even close. Junior Pope is alive. And he stood far as people were running towards the body. This boy was recording. He was recording. Like, this was like, it was like you have like say a prank us. You just like say a prank us. Just the record. So